You start.
Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I am Gargi Raut, and joining me today for 5 at 5 is Boria Mujumdar, Rahul Giri, and Devashish Sen. Well, there's a lot of commotion when it comes to football. Rahul, why don't you start with what the latest updates are?
Discuss
You're
is
on.
obviously the first thing we should discuss. Obviously, it has been long time that AFC has that Mohun Bagan has just sent a letter to AFC, regarding the AFC games, regarding their withdrawing from the AFC, from the ongoing AFC. So we'll discuss about that only. First, I will go to Boriada to get update on that. Boriada, what's the latest update? You just mentioned that Mohun Bagan has sent a letter long ago, but still, they're yet to get any response from AFC.
The only response that AFC has given Mohun Bagan is we've got your letter. That's
Okay.
it. Amra Mohun Bagan. This letter was sent on the 13th. Basically, first they had sent mails. They had sent mails. There was no response. Then they sent a formal letter. I think Gargi has a copy of that letter. Gargi has a copy of that letter. This is the letter. This is the letter that Mohun Bagan Supergiant RP Sanjeev Goenka Group to the Asian Football Confederation 1310 through AFC Competitions Committee, AFC House. You can check formal representation by Mohun Bagan Supergiant before the Asian Football Confederation's Competitions Committee apropos AFC Champions League 2024-25. This is it. This is the letter that was sent on the 13th. In response to this, all AFC did was send a letter which said ki amra pechi chitita. We have got the letter. That is all. Nothing more has been told to Mohun Bagan, and nothing more has been told to AIFF also. I don't think AIFF has done any pursuing or anything like that either. Nothing whatsoever. They have sent a letter. That's it. Story over. So Mohun Bagan, formal representation. Mohun Bagan has sent multiple mails. Mohun Bagan had sent a signed copy of the players' declaration. Mohun Bagan has sent this formal representation after the disqualification happened on the 13th, which is clear because the pujas were in Calcutta till the 12th. So that is why this was sent on the 13th. All AFC did was AFC responded saying, we have got it. Yesterday, New York Times has done a piece at Athletic. New York Times has done a piece mentioning this matter এবং তারা কিন্তু তাদের লেখায় ক্লিয়ারলি বলছে, আমি আজকে লেখাটা টুইটও করেছি যে AFC is being accused of discriminatory treatment and unequal treatment. এটা কিন্তু তারাও বলছে, নিউ ইয়র্ক টাইমসও বলছে যে AFC is being accused. পয়েন্ট হলো আজও অবধি, এবং অনেকে আমায় জিজ্ঞেস করছিলেন মোহনবাগান কেন কিছু বলছে না, মোহনবাগান কেন কিছু বলছে না। মোহনবাগান কিন্তু বলেছে, মোহনবাগানের দিক থেকে চিঠি ফর্মালি পাঠানো হয়েছে, সেটার রেসপন্স হচ্ছে আমরা চিঠিটা পেয়েছি, নাথিং মোর। আই উইল গো টু দেবাশিস এন্ড রাহুল অন দিস। তার আগে আমি বলে দিই, আমাদের একজন কলিগ আমাকে একটু আগেই পয়েন্ট আউট করছিলেন যে শাখতার দোনেস্ক ফর এক্সাম্পল, তারা কিন্তু ডনবাস এরিনাতে 2014 পরে 2014 এর পরে শাখতার দোনেস্ক হ্যাজ নট প্লেড আ সিঙ্গেল গেম ইন ডনবাস এরিনা বিকজ ইউক্রেন ইজ ওয়ার জোন। আনফরচুনেটলি ইট হ্যাজ বিন আ ওয়ার জোন ইন দ্য লাস্ট ডেকেড। কোনো টিম যাবে না, কোনো প্লেয়ার সেখানে প্র্যাকটিসও করে না। সো ইফ ইউ আস্ক আ টিম টু ট্রাভেল টু আ ওয়ার জোন, ইট ইজ unheard of. AFC, for whatever reason, has completely changed fixtures. They have allowed other teams to play outside of Iran. They have acceded to requests from other teams, but we have put out the letter. They have not formally given Mohun Bagan even an opportunity for a hearing. They have not responded except saying we have received the letter. Gargi, if you are backstage, can you put up the letter once again before I go to Devashish? Here is a copy of the letter which has been sent by Mohun Bagan, as you can all see on your screen. Mohun Bagan Supergiant, RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. It has been sent on 13/10/2024 to AFC. The only response is we have received it. Nothing more. Absolutely nothing more. I think this matter should now go to CAS because clearly there is a whole trail. There is a whole trail of what the AFC has done. There is a whole trail of discriminatory treatment. I'll go to Rahul and Devashish on that. Rahul, Devashish, you go first. What is your take before I go to Rahul on this? Should Mohun Bagan now, there is enough and more evidence. The Shakhtar case, there are more evidence, letter, no response for Mohun Bagan to take it to CAS. Devashish.
Yeah, Boriada, the Mohun Bagan officials, Mohun Bagan Supergiant officials are tight-lipped on this matter because the matter has been taken care by the legal team. So that is the reason they are not giving any comments as of now. Because I have approached quite a few officials of Mohun Bagan Super Giants, but they straight away said the matter is now with the legal team, and this letter was sent after discussion with the legal team of Mohun Bagan Super Giants. That is dated for 13. But it is unfortunate to see the role of All India Football Federation. They had only sent a letter dated October 14, after which they have done nothing. Whereas there are clear directives from the external affairs that directing the Indian citizens not to travel to Iran at this moment. And despite that, despite the directives from the external affairs, the AIFF has done nothing so as to say except sending a letter dated October 14. So herein lies the role of AIFF. And I had a discussion, I had a chat with Trinjoy Bose, the former secretary of Mohun Bagan Club. He also was very amused with the way with the way the AIFF has acted. And when your federation president is a footballer, he has represented Mohun Bagan Club, and it is unfortunate the way things have gone with regard to Mohun Bagan Super Giants. The AIFF should have played a more active role to have Mohun, and remember, this matter is now with the disciplinary committee, and it might so happen that Mohun Bagan may be barred to represent the AFC tournament next season, and that will be a huge setback. And remember what happens to Mohun Bagan this season. Their next match is against Hyderabad FC on October 30, followed by their next match against Odisha FC on November 10. Clearly, if you look at the scheduling of Mohun Bagan, it was done so as to implement the AFC Cup matches, the ACL2 matches as well. Now that ACL Mohun Bagan was deemed to be withdrawn from the tournament, Mohun Bagan are left with nothing but to train. There is so much gap now between two matches. So it is very unfortunate, but clearly the role of the federation needs to be needs to have acted more proactively. Boriada.
Rahul, your thoughts before we play the Srinjoy Bose bite that Devashish has on the matter. Your thoughts on this?
To be honest, I don't see any way forward for Mohun Bagan in this AFC because Mohun Bagan are scheduled to play against Al Wakra tomorrow, and already they have missed the tractor game, and now they are all set to miss another AFC game. So I don't think Mohun Bagan have any other options of representing in this ongoing ACL2. I don't see any way forward for them. But yeah, for AFC, I think we all all the footballing nation under AFC deserve equal treatment. Already we have seen the last year they have made that foreigners rule. They extended the foreigner rules to 11, keeping in mind about the Middle East nation, whereas the India then other nation, they don't get that kind of equal treatment while playing in the AFC tournament. So obviously keeping all those things in mind, I think going forward AFC should give equal treatment to all the nations under this federation.
Gargi, if you are backstage, can you have the Srinjoy Bose bite, please?
I will play.
Okay.
এফএসডিএলকে আইএসএল চালাতে দিয়ে নিজেদের কর্তব্য শেষ হয় না। ফুটবলের উন্নতির জন্য কাজ করা উচিত। সেখানে মোহনবাগান যে একটা ভারতীয় টিম হিসেবে এই লেভেলে খেলছে, সেটা তো তাদেরও গর্বের বিষয়। সো সেখানে তারা খালি একটা চিঠি দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে ফেলতে পারে না। আমি একটা বাঙালি এআইএফএ প্রেসিডেন্ট সেখানে আর নিজে ফুটবলার, আমি এক্সপেক্ট করব যে কল্যাণ will also take this matter up seriously, এবং যেহেতু ও রুলিং পার্টির সাথে, সো গভর্নমেন্ট টু গভর্নমেন্টও কথা বলে যদি এটাকে কিছু একটা সলিউশন করতে পারে। কারণ এন্টায়ার মোহনবাগানের সভ্য সমর্থকরা, সদস্য সবাই এটার দিকে চেয়ে আছে। কারণ এটা একটা, আমি মনে করি এটা আমাদের একটা গর্বের বিষয়। আমরা দেশকে যেখানে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করছি, সেখানে দেশের সরকার এবং অ্যাসোসিয়েশন শুড ব্যাক আস ফুললি। অনেকটাই এখনো ডিপেন্ড করছে এএফসি ডিসিপ্লিনারি কমিটি কি ডিসিশন নেবে। সো যেমন প্রেজেন্ট ইয়ারটাও আছে, তেমন প্রেজেন্ট ইয়ারে তো অলরেডি ম্যাচ শুরু হয়ে গেছে, অন্য ম্যাচ খেলা হচ্ছে, ফিক্সচার দিয়ে দিয়েছে। সো আমার মতে এটা শুধু চিঠি চাপাটি লেভেলে না থেকে, আমি শুনছি এআইএফএফও একটা চিঠি দিয়েছে। কিন্তু আই থিঙ্ক এআইএফএফ শুড টেক দিস ম্যাটার আপ উইথ এএফসি, যে এইভাবে হতে পারে না তো, একটা লাইফ যেখানে রিস্ক আছে, যেখানে ইটস আ ওয়ার লাইক সিচুয়েশন ওয়ের the external affairs ministry of the country has given a notice of not going, where the consulate ওখানেও সিকিউরিটি দেওয়ার আশ্বাস দিতে পারছে না।
Yeah. So clearly, Srinjoy Bosch, they are saying that he wants more proactive statements from AIFF. উনি বারবারই বলছেন যে AIFF president, নিজে former footballer, is a part of the ruling dispensation in the country. He is an active politician. So why is there no active involvement on the part of the AIFF? So clearly, as we showed you, Mohun Bagan has done what they needed to do. They have asked for a formal representation. They've sent a legal consulting their lawyers, they've sent a letter. All they have got back from the AFC so far is, we have received your letter, nothing more. So this is bizarre. This is bizarre as to why this discriminatory treatment is being meted out to an Indian club. And for what? When you've moved all the other matches out, and as Rahul said very rightly so, Devashish also, that none of us see any hope this season. It's done. Will AFC now at least do the basic and not impose any penalty? Because if they do, they will be taken to CAS, and they have a very weak case. Mohun Bagan has a hugely strong case if further penalties are imposed. Mohun Bagan jodi AFC ke CAS e niye jay, at the back of this letter, যেভাবে বাকি খেলাগুলো ইরান থেকে সরিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে, মোহন বাগান এই চিঠিটা দেওয়ার পরে all that they have heard is আমরা পেয়েছি মোহন বাগান has a hugely strong case at CAS, hugely strong case. Coming to the perennial elephant in the room, the Anwar Ali controversy. আমরা গতকাল দেখলাম রঞ্জিত বাজাজের একটা টুইট, এবং সেটা নিয়ে যথেষ্ট চাঞ্চল্য চারিদিকে তৈরি হয়েছে, যে দিল্লি হাইকোর্টে যে একটা রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন করা হয়েছে যে AIFF এর কমিটিজ are wrongly constituted, and Ranjit Bajaj has also put out a paragraph where the legal counsel is saying that the current dispensation, they were not aware of these committees, which were actually constituted by the previous Secretary General, as in Shaji Prabhakaran. এবং সেখানে তারা বলছেন যে এখন বলা হচ্ছে যে এই কমিটিগুলো তাহলে কি রিকনস্টিটিউটেড হবে, তাহলে যদি রিকনস্টিটিউটেড হয় তাহলে আনওয়ার আলী কেসটা কোথায় দাঁড়িয়ে আছে। বাট রঞ্জিত যে টুইটটা করলেন, রঞ্জিত আমার বন্ধু, রঞ্জিতকে আমার প্রশ্ন, রঞ্জিতকে সিম্পল স্ট্রেট ফরওয়ার্ড কোয়েশ্চেন, আনওয়ার আজকে খেলছে কি বেসিসে? কি বেসিসে আনওয়ার খেলছে? আনওয়ার খেলছে বেসড অন আ নো অবজেকশন সার্টিফিকেট ইস্যুড বাই দি সেম পিএসসি। যদি এই পিএসসিটা রংলি কনস্টিটিউটেড হয়, এই পিএসসিটা ইজ নট গুড এনাফ and this was wrongly constituted, then that no objection certificate is also not to be issued by the same PSC. তাহলে দিস আনওয়ার আলী কেসে এই যে আজকে আনওয়ারকে এনওসি দেয়া হয়েছে, যে ক্লিয়ারেন্সের বেসিসে আনওয়ার আজকে খেলছেন, সেই এনওসিটাও ভ্যালিড নয়। সো সেটাও রঞ্জিতের মাথায় রাখা উচিত যে আজকে কিন্তু আনওয়ারকে দেয়া ক্লিয়ারেন্সটাও ভ্যালিড নয়, এবং আনওয়ার এই যে আজকে ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের হয়ে খেলতে পারছেন, সেটা তো এই ক্লিয়ারেন্সের বেসিসে, এই পিএসসির ক্লিয়ারেন্সের বেসিসে আগের দিনে যে অর্ডারটা দেয়া হয়েছিল তার বেসিসে আনওয়ার খেলতে পারছেন, সেটাও আনওয়ারের খেলার কথা নয়। তাহলে তো পুরোনো দিনে ফিরে যেতে হয়, তাহলে একদম প্রথমে সেখানে থেকে আবার নতুন করে ভাবতে, আনওয়ারের যদি এনওসি না থাকে তাহলে আজকে আনওয়ার কোন দলের প্লেয়ার? তাহলে আজকাল আনওয়ার সই ফ্লোটিং ইন নো ম্যানস ল্যান্ড, না মোহনবাগান না ইস্ট বেঙ্গল, কারণ ক্লিয়ারেন্সের বেসিসে তো খেলছেন। সেই ক্লিয়ারেন্সটা দিল কে? which is the law giving authority of this clearance? It is the same AIFF PSC, which according to the same ওই legal representation এর যে কাগজটা is a wrong body। তাহলে তারা ভার্ডিক্ট যখন দিতে পারছে না, এনওসিটাই বা দিচ্ছে কি করে? কেবিএফসি কে 4 কোটি টাকার ফাইনটাই বা করছে কি করে? সমস্ত প্রশ্নগুলো তো তাহলে তোলা উচিত। সিলেক্টিভলি তুললে তো হবে না যে আনওয়ারকে ক্লিয়ারেন্সটা দেওয়ার সময় ইট ইজ ফাইন আর অন্যান্য সময় ইট ইজ নট ফাইন, এটা বললে তো হতে পারে না, তাই না? Rahul, Devashish, Rohan is joining us from Siliguri, where if you can see the football carnival is on at the Baghajotin school. That is excellent to see Rohan joining us. But Devashish, Rahul, Rohan, your first thoughts. Rohan এর পেছনে আমরা খেলাগুলো দেখবো, but Rahul, your thoughts on this AIFF PSC মজা?
অ্যাবসলিউটলি, মানে খুবই মজার একটা জিনিস। এবার যা দেখছি, হয়তো যেটা প্রথমে বলছিলাম যে রঞ্জিত বাজাজ হ্যাজ টেকেন আ ক্যালকুলেটেড রিস্ক ফ্রম দ্য ভেরি বিগিনিং, অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক এটা জেনেই হয়তো ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের রিস্কটার মধ্যে ঝাঁপিয়েছে, যে এটা জেনে আনোয়ারকে নেওয়া হয়েছে। এবার এটাই সব থেকে বড় প্রশ্ন, কালকেও কি আমরা ভার্ডিক্ট পাচ্ছি? আমার তো মনে হয় না। আমার মনে হয় এটা আবারও হয়তো অ্যাডজন হবে, আবারও হয়তো এটাকে যত পারা যায় আরো লেট নিয়ে যাওয়া হবে। আই থিঙ্ক বাই সিজন এন্ড উই মে গেট আ ভার্ডিক্ট অন দিস কেস, যেখানে হয়তো ইন্ডিয়ার হয়েও আনোয়ার খেলবে, ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের হয়ে খেলবে, একদম শেষে গিয়ে যেখানে সিজন এন্ড হচ্ছে তখনই কি হয়তো এটার মধ্যে কোনো একটা
এই
হিয়ারিং
ভার্ডিক্টটা
দেখতে
কবে আসবে আমি বলে দিচ্ছি। ইস্ট বেঙ্গল যখন আইএসএল এর এই সিজনটা শেষ করে ফেলবে, সেটা মোটামুটি মার্চ মাসে, তখন ভার্ডিক্টটা এসে যাবে 4 মাসের জন্য। ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের পরের সিজনের আগে মার্চ থেকে জুন যখন কোনো ফুটবল থাকবে না, তখন ভার্ডিক্টটা আসবে। 4 মাস আনবার রিহ্যাব করার সময় 4 মাস কেটে যাবে। দিস উইল বি দ্য বেস্ট সলিউশন ফর এভরিবডি। বাট রঞ্জিত, যদি এই শোটা শুনছেন, আমার প্রশ্ন, রোহান, গতকাল আই এম শিওর ইউ ওয়াচ দ্য রঞ্জিত বাজাজ টুইট, দেবাশিসকেও সেম প্রশ্ন। দেবাশিস, যদি এই পিএসসিটা ইলিগাল হয়, যারা কেবিএফসি কে 4 কোটি টাকা আরো এত কিছু দিয়েছে, তো তারাই তো এনওসিটা দিল, তাহলে তো এনওসিটাও ইলিগাল। কই রঞ্জিত, সেটা নিয়ে কিছু বলছেন না তো?
এটা একটা ভুল খেললেন মনে হয়। এটা যদি মানে এটা ভুল খেলেছেন আমার মনে হয়। কেননা যদি আলটিমেটলি আনোয়ার যে খেলছে ওটা তো পিএসসি এর ভার্ডিক্টের জন্য, পিএসসি যে এনওসিটা দিয়েছে তার জন্যই তো আনোয়ার খেলছে, ইজ রিপ্রেজেন্টিং ইস্ট বেঙ্গল ক্লাব। এখন যদি কমিটিটাই যদি ভ্যালিড না হয়, যদি কমিটিটাকে ডিফাঙ্ক্ট করে দেয়, তাহলে 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 তো ওই এনওসিটাও ভ্যালিড নয়। তাহলে তো আনোয়ারের সেই তুমি যেটা বললে যে একদম সেই প্রথমে যেটা যেখানে ছিল সেখানে, যে মানে পুরো বিষয়টা হচ্ছে একটা ঘেঁটে যাওয়া একটা চচ্চড়ি, মানে কি হচ্ছে আনোয়ার নিয়ে। আম, তবে ডেফিনেটলি যদি যেটা যেটা শোনা যাচ্ছে, যদি কমিটি নতুন করে ফর্ম করতে বলে, তাহলে তো পুরো ব্যাপারটাই একদম বিষবাহ জলে। সুতরাং তাহলে তো আনোয়ার এখন এই মুহূর্তে তাহলে আনোয়ার খেলতেও পারবে না, যদি কমিটি যদি কে আবার নতুন করে।
তো ফাইনাল ক্লিয়ারেন্স দিল্লি হাইকোর্ট দিয়েছে, না দেয়নি। ফাইনাল ক্লিয়ারেন্স অফ দি এনওসি দিল্লি হাইকোর্ট দেয়নি, পিএসসি দিয়েছে। কোনো দিল্লি হাইকোর্ট কিচ্ছু দেয়নি। দিল্লি হাইকোর্ট বলেছিল এই ঘটনাটাকে নতুন করে শোনা হোক, নতুন করে শোনার পরে পিএসসি দিয়েছে। সায়ন, আনফরচুনেটলি দিল্লি হাইকোর্ট দেয়নি। আপনি বললে হয় না, যেটা ঘটেনি সেটা ঘটেনি। একজন জিজ্ঞেস করছে আমার পিএইচডিটা ভ্যালিড নয়। আমার পিএইচডি একদম ভ্যালিড নয়, আমার স্কুল লিভিং সার্টিফিকেটটাও ভ্যালিড নয়। কিন্তু দেখুন আমি কিরকম ফ্রডুলেন্ট ভাবে বলে যাচ্ছি, আপনাদের কোনো আনফরচুনেটলি সুমিত, আপনার কিছু করণীয় নেই। মানে আপনি কতটা নিমতম্পুপ ভাবুন যে আমার পিএইচডিটা না ভ্যালিড হওয়া সত্ত্বেও আপনি আমার কিছু করতে পারছেন না, আর জন্মে পারবেন না। এটা কিরকম মজার ব্যাপার বলুন তো। আমি সারা পৃথিবীতে পড়িয়ে যাচ্ছি, সারা দুনিয়ায় লেকচার দিয়ে যাচ্ছি, পাবলিকলি বলছি আমার পিএইচডিটা অক্সফোর্ড ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে ভ্যালিড, এদিকে কিন্তু আমি স্কুলও পাস করিনি, আর আপনি কিছু করতে পারছেন না। এনিওয়ে, ফর দ্য মোমেন্ট আমরা আনওয়ারে ফোকাস করি। রোহান, what is your thoughts on Anwar Ali?
ওয়েল, আনোয়ার আলীকে নিয়ে একটাই বক্তব্য। আমরা হয়তো আগের দিন যবে 14ই অক্টোবর যবে ব্যাপারটা অ্যাডজন্ড হলো, সেদিন আমরা লাইভে বলেছিলাম যে 24 তারিখে কি হবে। 24 তারিখে বলেছিলাম আমরা আর যাই পাই নতুন একটা ডেট পাবো। আলটিমেটলি হয়তো সেটাই হবে, আমরা নতুন আরেকটা ডেট পাবো, আর আনোয়ার এখনো খেলতে থাকবে। বাট তাতে ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের কোনো লাভ হবে কিনা জানি না, কারণ ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের আগের দিন ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের টুইট দেখলাম যে ওয়েস্টিং নো টাইম অ্যান্ড স্ট্রেট ব্যাক টু ওয়ার্ক বলে একটা টুইট দেখলাম। তো সেটা তো সবই দেখছি, খালি রেজাল্টটাই আসছে না, সে আনোয়ার থাকুক বা না থাকুক। বাট আমি এখন আমাদের এখানে
you give us an update about the para football also, কিরম হলো?
হ্যাঁ, ওটার জন্য আমি জয়েন করলাম, বিকজ এখানে খেলা শেষ হয়ে গেছে আপাতত, এখন আমাদের প্যাকিং চলবে, প্যাকিং করতে যাব। তো আজকের ওপেনিং ওয়াজ টু গুড। আমি ভিজুয়াল মানে হাইলাইটস পাঠিয়েছি, যদি গার্গি ক্যান প্লে দ্য হাইলাইটস। ইট ওয়াজ আ ফ্যান্টাস্টিক ম্যাচ। আর আজকে ওমেন্সটা চালু হলো, এন্ড বড়িয়াদা, ইফ ইউ রিমেম্বার মারিয়াম খাতুন, আগের বারের সেই টপ স্কোরার, সে আজকেও কিন্তু একটা সেই বিভৎস একটা ফ্রি কিক থেকে গোল করেছিল। এন্ড দ্য বেস্ট থিং যেটা বলার জন্য মেনলি আজকে লাইভে জয়েন করা, দ্যাট ইজ খেলাটা হচ্ছে ঠিক আছে, বাট আমাদের যেটা উদ্দেশ্য ছিল যে এখান থেকে বড় কেউ খেলবে, অল বড় জায়গায় চান্স পাবে। মারিয়াম কিন্তু আগেরবার আমাদের পাড়া ফুটবলের পরে কেম্প এফসি ব্যাঙ্গালোরে, মানে যেটা ব্যাঙ্গালোর কর্ণাটকা স্টেট প্রিমিয়ার লিগ খেলে, সেখানে চান্স পেয়েছিল ফার্স্ট টিম। তারা কিক স্টার্টের কাছে ফাইনালে হেরে রানার্স হয়। মারিয়াম ওয়াজ অ্যান ইন্টিগ্রাল পার্ট অফ দ্য টিম আফটার এই পাড়া ফুটবল খেলার পরে। অ্যান্ড এই বছর এখানে আসার আগে হি সাইন্ড আ 2-year কন্ট্রাক্ট উইথ সেতু এফসি। সেতু এফসি হচ্ছে ওয়ান অফ দ্য টপ কন্টেন্ডার্স ফর আইডাব্লিউএল। সো এখান থেকে কিন্তু প্লেয়াররা উঠছে। সো
Rohan, so your responsibility tonight is to file a copy on Mariam Khatun and the journey of Mariam Khatun from para football to where she is today. That is your piece for tomorrow. Makes my day. Shubhan Chakraborty makes my day. Imagine a young girl making it from para football to to national level IWL. This is where আমরা এই জন্যই তো টুর্নামেন্টটা করা। শুভায়ন, your thoughts before I go to Devashish and Rahul.
অ্যাবসলিউটলি, এন্ড ইফ আই এম নট রং, যে আমাদের প্লেয়ার অফ দ্য টুর্নামেন্ট হয়েছিল কি 12ই, আমি নামটা ভুলে যাচ্ছি, সেও she also got a one year contract কোনো একটা ক্লাবে। সো মানে প্লেয়াররা উঠছে, নোটিস করছে। একটা ছেলেদের প্লেয়ার তো আমাদের সামনে একজন ফার্স্ট সিজনে মনে আছে বলে নিয়ে গেছিল যে একে আমরা ক্লাবে চান্স দেবো, ট্রায়ালে ডাকবো। সো ইট ইজ ভেরি গুড দ্যাট প্লেয়ার্স আর বিং স্কাউটেড বাই দ্য টিমস। আর when it comes to দেখো ছেলেদের মধ্যে তাও আমি বলবো একটু কম্পিটিটিভ নেচার আছে, একটা স্ট্রাকচার আছে, বাট মেয়েদের স্কাউটিংটা এখান থেকে হচ্ছে। দ্যাট ইজ হোয়াট ইজ দ্য বেস্ট পার্ট অ্যাবাউট পাড়া ফুটবল। আর গ্রো করছে, এটা শুনেই মানে খুব খুশি লাগছে, আনন্দ লাগছে, and being part of it, it is a matter of pride. গড়িয়াদা গড়িয়াদার একটা কল এসেছে।
Yeah, I've got a call. So Devashish, you let me go to you before I go to Shubhayan on cricket. East Bengal plays a do or die game today. Your thoughts on that before we continue with this?
Yeah, Boria, it's a very, very important match for East Bengal. Means obviously they have their backs to the wall, and only way they can make a comeback is to clinch a point, at least a point, and that will be a huge moral booster before they head to the AFC Cup matches in Bhutan. So it will be a tough ask because obviously Odisha FC is. Yes, Odisha FC also is not doing that great. They are at the number 10 position with four points from 4 matches. But they have someone like a Roy Krishna or a Hugo Gomez or a Delgado. So it will be a tough ask. But the good point, only thing that might be in favor of East Bengal is that they are also not a fast-paced side. So that might be to the advantage of East Bengal. So yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. The call that was actually from Mohun Bagan Supergiant. They are watching the show. They are saying we have already decided on that if the Delhi High Court deems that committee gulo invalid, তাহলে আমাদের plea will be no problem. আমাদের তাতে বিন্দুমাত্র আপত্তি নেই যে কমিটি গুলো ইনভ্যালিড, তাহলে আনওয়ারের এনওসি টাও ইনভ্যালিড, তাহলে আনওয়ার ইস্ট বেঙ্গলে খেলার কোনো রাইট আজকে নেই। That was a call from the Mohun Bagan Supergiant officials saying যে রঞ্জিত বাজাজের এই মেল নিয়ে টুইট নিয়ে আমাদের বিন্দুমাত্র কোনো বক্তব্য নেই। দিল্লি হাইকোর্ট, let the Delhi High Court decide that AIFF has to reconstitute all of the committees. We have got no problems with that. But সেটা যদি করা হয় তাহলে the committee which has decided on Anwar's NOC is also an invalid committee. তাহলে NOC টাও invalid. তাহলে what happens to Anwar's status? Is Anwar going to come back and play for us again, or will he not play for any club? This is becoming an absolute utter joke in Indian football. I have to say this. I mean, oh boy.
But বেরোচ্ছি বিকজ আমাকে যেতে হবে।
ইস্ট বেঙ্গল আনওয়ারই করে যাবে, ম্যাচ আর জিতলো না, এটাই কষ্ট।
শুভন, আজকে কি হবে? উড়িষ্যার বিরুদ্ধে জিতবে না? তুই পুনে থেকে
আমার তো মনে হয় না জিতবে। আত্রদা ওই দিন আগের দিন ডার্বিতে আমার রুমে এসে বলেছে খেলা দেখে হয়েছে, দেখবো না, একশনে হারছে। তো এই হচ্ছে অবস্থা।
মোহনবাগান ইস্ট বেঙ্গল মিলেমিশে দিব্যি দেখি। রাহুল, ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের আজকে কি হবে? We want East Bengal to win. Desperately, all of us on a serious note, we want East Bengal to win.
I think today there is a chance. I think under new coach Oscar Bruzo, আমার মনে হয় তিনি এই দুদিনে কিছুটা হলেও কাজ করতে পেরেছেন, কিছুটা হলেও হোমওয়ার্ক ভালোভাবে সারতে পেরেছেন, যেটা তিনি বলছিলেন যে মেন্টাল ফ্যাটিক প্লেয়ারদের। I think he has worked on that. And what's Devashish said, I totally agree that Odisha also not in best shape. They have managed only 4 points from 4 games. So obviously there lies a chance. And also East Bengal have their fond memories at this very ground, Kalinga Stadium. Last time they won the Super Cup there. And also what sound interesting,
ইস্ট বেঙ্গল ফ্যান্সদের মন রাখার জন্য রাহুল কথাগুলো বলছে।
No, actually, you know what sound interesting is that we might see few changes in the starting lineup tonight. Like the first of all, so far they have been playing with Anwar and Yoste, but tonight, Oscar, on the basis of yesterday's training, Oscar might play Hijazi Meher along with Anwar Ali, and also Jiksan Singh, will be back in the playing 11, and also PV Vishnu, who has scored the fastest ever goal in ISL, last year when they met Odisha FC at this very ground. So there we see, few changes in the starting lineup. And আমার মনে হয়, আমার আশা রয়েছে যে অ্যাটলিস্ট এই ম্যাচ থেকে পয়েন্ট আসবে, জয় আসুক না আসুক পয়েন্ট আসবে, কারণ কয়েকটা চেঞ্জেস নিয়ে প্লেইং ইলেভেনে নামতে চলেছে। আর লাস্ট দুদিন যেভাবে রিগোরাসলি ট্রেন করেছে দলটা, আই সি সাম পজিটিভ ফ্রম টুনাইটস গেম।
Fingers crossed for East Bengal. All of us want a strong East Bengal. Let the turnaround start. Let the turnaround start from tonight from Bhubaneswar, so that and they have the AFC matches.
But
They will
Boria
go
da,
to Bhutan. হ্যাঁ বলো।
আরেকটা যেটা চিন্তার কারণ সেটা হচ্ছে ডানা, মানে ডানা obviously will land in between 24 or 25th, but by any chance if it land earlier, কারণ ইস্ট বেঙ্গলে কিন্তু ভুটানেরও যাওয়ার আছে কলকাতায় ফিরে আই থিঙ্ক, তো সেটা একটা
না
চিন্তা
না
থাকবে সেটা।
No, so from what I know about the cyclone updates, and I was tracking with speaking to a few people, there is no chance of Dana landing before the 25th and ওই মাঝখানটাতে. So East Bengal match আজকে খেলবে. So I'm 100% sure they will leave tomorrow. So they will be back in Kolkata by tomorrow, and the direct impact will not be Kolkata except those 1.5-2 days. So one should expect that East Bengal can or should be able to travel to Bhutan. So Dana, there will be enormous rainfall, make no mistake. আর উড়িষ্যাতে অনেক বেশি ইম্প্যাক্ট হবে পুরী সাগর দ্বীপের মধ্যে যখন ল্যান্ড করবে বা ল্যান্ডফল প্রেডিক্টেড। তোমরা যদি আইএমডিবির ওই সাইক্লোনের ট্র্যাকটা দেখো, the cone of uncertainty বেঙ্গল কলকাতা ইজ অতটা নয় যতটা কিনা উড়িষ্যার ওই দিকটা এবং বেঙ্গলের বাকি ডিস্ট্রিক্ট গুলো। সো hopefully fingers crossed East Bengal should not have an issue of traveling to Bhutan. So that's the East Bengal update. Now moving to cricket before I move to hockey also and Commonwealth Games, but let's go to Shubhayan on all the updates from the nets. Shubhayan, over to you. Tell us everything. So you already told us Gargi's also joined us. So for cricket, Rahul's left for football. This is funny. People keep coming, going. This is incredible. I mean, somebody comes, I don't even realize. Anyway, Shubhayan, over to you. Rishabh Pant fit is what you've written. Ashwin fit is what you've written. Shubman Gill fit is what you've written. Give us all the updates.
The first question I asked to Ryan and Deshkate was about Ravichandran Ashwin, because it was linked to my question about spinners coming back into this match after a poor show in Bengaluru. He said there's no niggle, no fitness issue with Ashwin, and yes, he came in late to bowl, but fitness-wise he's fit to go. No, these were just speculations and rumors that there might be a niggle that Ashwin is carrying. But the biggest positive from this India net session is Rishabh Pant. Because he batted for around an hour without any visible discomfort. He did not have any sort of knee strapping or knee support on his right knee, which got the blow in Bangalore. But later during the session in the latter half, he had a wicket keeping drill with Gautam Gambhir taking charge of that session. Gautam Gambhir had the bat. T. Dilip was giving throwdowns and Rishabh Pant was standing behind the stumps, and he kept for around 20-30 minutes without any visible discomfort. But keeping for 20-30 minutes, and if you have to keep for 1.5 day in test match, that is something which the Indian team management will keep in mind. Rant and Deshkate did not rule him out, but did not confirm that he is 100% fit. He said we are keeping our fingers crossed that he will keep in the second test. So what I have understood, what I have been told, that they will take a call on Rishabh Pant closer to the match day, maybe on the morning of the match, maybe tomorrow after practice session. India training tomorrow morning from 9:30 onwards. So they will perhaps take a call on Rishabh Pant after that session, because Dhruv Jurel was also actively keeping drills with T. Dilip, and he had a long batting session as well. Another focus was on Shubman Gill. Two long lengthy sessions, one lasting for around an hour, more than an hour in fact, and the second session was around 30-40 minutes. So, and he had a long fielding drill with T. Dilip, also separate fielding drill with T. Dilip. So Shubman also looks set to go, as confirmed by Rohit and Rant and Deshkate today in the press conference. But Boryada, I think the way this pitch is being prepared, I think seldom do we see a pitch so carefully being curated ahead of a test match. So both the senior curators, Taposh Chatterjee and Ashish Bhomik, are present. They are overseeing everything regarding the pitch. It was kept under the mat. It was kept under the cover, a single layer of cover, so that direct sunlight does not fall. But when the Indian team came, they had a long chat. Gautam Gambhir, Ravichandran Ashwin, and Rohit Sharma had a long chat with both the curators. And after that, if this is the pitch, if you take the full length area where the spinners generally pitch the ball, they removed the covers from there. So the good length and the shorter part of the pitch, it had the mat, but not the fuller areas. So clearly indicating that they are giving direct sunlight. They want the pitch to dry up in the area where spinners generally pitch the ball. And there were 4 ground staff who were using the scruffing brush, which we generally use to scruff up things, very similar to sandpaper. They were scruffing up that area, that particular naked area, which was kept under the direct sunlight. So you clearly have a understanding of what is happening, how this pitch is being prepared. It was very selectively watered because you don't want the pitch to get dry extremely, and the spinners will not have any sort of bounce there. So selective watering was also done on that part. So clearly we are getting a hint of what the playing 11 is going to look like. Maybe an extra spinner, maybe you see a Washington Sundar or an Akshar Patel in that playing 11. And the finger spinners, like I was saying, I have said it in the English video also, which we will have just after the show, which will be published just after the show, that finger spinners will get plenty of purchase from here. Ravichandran Ashwin, high arm release action. Jadeja, who generally bowls quicker through the air. These players will have a lot of purchase, and don't be surprised if this match gets over in 3 days, like it happened in the last Pune test. Goriada.
It sounds like an art project.
Huge statement coming from
If you see the photos that I sent in the group, it is clearly, I have that photo where the selective watering is going on, where the selective scruffing up is going on. So yeah, the phone is good. Thankfully, we could zoom in, and Devashish is not here. Had it been there, we would get a proper picture of the pit. But I managed what I managed what I could manage.
এয়ারপোর্ট যা, গিয়ে রাত্রিবেলার ফ্লাইটে চলে যা পুনে, গিয়ে কালকে ছবি তুলে পরশু ফেরত আয়। Devashish, anyway, Devashish, you have to leave. So quick comment from you before I go to Gargi. What Shubhan said makes it very, very interesting. India clearly doesn't want to take a chance anymore.
I just want to ask Shubhan. Obviously, we have seen Rahul Dravid and being very fictitious with assessing the wicket before. Means, in fact, we saw what happened during the World Cup matches. He on traveling day, he used to go head to the ground straight from the airport just to assess the wicket, and he used to spend time, hours looking at the wicket. But what to make out of Gautam Gambhir? He is very fictitious about the wicket, because I haven't seen. And what is the Indian team thinking about the wicket? Means, obviously, as you did say that, and this is very, very interesting, the way the wickets have been prepared. But I think, Shubhan, New Zealand will do good if they bat fast. I mean, that will be the key on this wicket, especially especially the way Rachin Ravindra played in that first inning, and also the second innings too. That right. Crucial second innings knock was also very, very crucial. So yes, don't count out New Zealand. I expect a bit steep fight from New Zealand. Yes, they are 1-0 ahead. Means very few teams in India go 1-0 ahead in Indian conditions, but India will come out hard. Means obviously those 3 spinners. Who knows? You have also indicated that India might go in with a 4th spinner. And I for me, definitely go and play Akshar Patel. Patel, go and play Akshar Patel. Means I am not in favor of Washington Sundar, because you already have a Ravichandran Ashwin. I would rather love to see Akshar Patel, and even if it mattered that to sacrifice a batsman, because he is a decent batter. Just stack your 11 with as many spinners. Given the report that you have just suggested, that the lot has been done with regard to the wicket.
Okay, so let Devashish will go, but Shubhan, the other question before you answer Devashish before I go to Gargi, because Gargi has been silently on the show. So now that you're telling me Rishabh Pant is almost there, you still got 1 day tomorrow, one before the match starts. If he is fit, then what happens? Is Gill making a comeback? If Pant is fit, Sarfaraz gets a game. Does Rahul get dropped? What Ryan Tenduscarter already talked about the competition in the middle order. What is your guess?
Today, I think Rahul was pretty decent against the spinners, but he had some major troubles against Akashdeep. Akashdeep is on fire in the nets. He troubled Shubman Gill after the end of day 5 in Bangalore. Even Ryan Tenduscarter, the way he spoke about Akashdeep, if you see his eyes lit up as soon as Akashdeep's name was mentioned, that he is bowling really, really well and is very, very impressive bowler. He said like this, and so Akashdeep has been mighty impressive. And today, when he was making the ball kick up from the good length areas, and that troubled KL Rahul a lot. It's a very difficult call, because both Rohit Sharma and Ryan Tenduscarter even today said that Gautam Gambhir is keen to give KL Rahul a decent run at number 6. Even Rohit Sharma mentioned that he has just found a spot at number 6, so let him give him a few more matches before making a call. So it's a very, very tough call. Shubman Gill, yes, I am seeing him play in this match because he has been batting freely without any visible discomfort. And Ryan also mentioned, Rohit also mentioned he looks good to go. So Shubman will be back, but that again makes very, very interesting choice as to whom will you drop. Will it be Sarfaraz, because he was not present in today's practice session. He became a father yesterday, so he's with his family. He will join the team tomorrow morning. So you might never know that. You can tell Sarfaraz, you are among the runs. We know what you can do. You will be there in the Bombay Test. Let's give KL Rahul another go, because we are looking at the larger picture, given the Australia tour is also around the corner. So don't be surprised. I know there will be a lot of backlash if Sarfaraz is dropped, given the kind of runs he's scoring. But don't be surprised if you see KL Rahul in the playing 11 again. But among all the batters, I think KL Rahul was the most troubled by the Indian pacers today. Not Bumrah did not bowl, Siraj did not bowl, but Akashdeep was menacing at his menacing best, and even Prasidh Krishna was really good against KL Rahul. Talking about Devashish Das question on Gautam Gambhir, he's not that obsessed about pitch. He comes, he has a look. He just checks the hardness and dryness of the pitch. He walks away, take a look at and then when Rohit Sharma came, then there was a long chat with both the curators. Rohit had his hands on his back. They were standing and chatting for around 20 minutes. Then after that, the selective watering started after that chat. So you clearly think that the Indian team management is trying to get the pitch curators make a kind of pitch that they want their bowlers to get help from. So it will be a tough call in the playing 11. As Rant and Deshkate said, 7 players, only 6 spots. One will miss out. Who will be that? That is the only question that remains. Korea.
So there you go. You've got your football updates. You've got your cricket updates. I'll let Devashish and Shubhan go. I'll move to Gargi, who covered the Harmanpreet Singh press conference and was there at the Dhyan Chand National Stadium, breaking all the news from hockey. Gargi, over to you. What did you see? What was Harman's body language like? India versus Germany back in the national capital, and you also show us some of the visuals as you tell my viewers what was going on. Gargi.
Yes, of course. So Harmanpreet and the entire team, I watched a little bit of the warm-up session. They all looked very, very confident. So did Craig Fulton, and the way they spoke about their preparations. I think the biggest point here is, of course, the fact that Germany hasn't released their squad yet. So neither the captain nor the coach knows what the team is going to look like. The news is that they are bringing a young team with a lot of debuts, and they're not sure what they play like or who are in the team yet. So that's the biggest talking point. So some people asked about what the strategies will look like for this team, for this series, but Craig and Harmanpreet are very confident and aren't changing anything in their playing style, but are focusing on finding those young talents and grooming those young talents. We have 2 debuts coming up in this match, in this series, so lots to look forward to when it comes to all of that. Mandeep Singh is coming back after a break from the Asian Champions Trophy, and nothing much. I think the other highlight was obviously, of course, hockey being excluded out of the Commonwealth Games.
That was my next question. You asked that question. What was the reaction like?
The reaction was funny because neither of them knew that the news had been official. So they both found out right there on the spot, and they were really on the spot when all of us asked, what are your reactions? So Craig, simply said that I need more time to think about this because I just found out. I didn't know it was official yet. But Harmanpreet said, something very simple is the fact that we wanted to play that tournament because obviously we were looking to get gold in Commonwealth as well. And it's always better to, send youngsters and young team to go out and get that experience in international hockey. But it's unfortunate what happened with the Commonwealth Games. You've got multiple other sports that are doing very well internationally, especially in India. And now that they're out of the Commonwealth, it's it's kind of what remains, because you've pushed out hockey, you've pushed out badminton, you've pushed out wrestling. So mostly the top sports are gone from the Commonwealth Games.
Important point made there by Gargi, but let me also put this clear that the Hockey World Cup is going to start in Belgium and Netherlands 15 days after the Commonwealth Games, so 15th to the 30th of August. So in any case, Commonwealth Games is between July 23rd and August 2. No team can peak twice within a matter of 15 days. So even if hockey was there in the Commonwealth Games, India would have sent a second string side. That's something that I want to make evidently clear to everyone, that India would not have sent a top ranked side. Remember also that soon after the Hockey World Cup will be the Asian Games. And what does the Asian Games entail? Direct qualification for LA. So if India wins the Asian Games gold, then India directly qualifies for the Los Angeles Olympics, and that is a big box tick, because then you can directly focus on your preparations. And India at the Asian level now is unbeatable. So that is something that India would be focused on, and not the Commonwealth Games. Yes, some of the other sports, wrestling, shooting, squash, table tennis, badminton, all of these sports excluded. What will be of interest for India will be para athletics. Athletics and para athletics are permanent parts. So India, all of our para athletes who did magically well, Sumit Antil, Yogesh Kathunia, Navdeep Singh, all of them will be in action in Glasgow at the Commonwealth Games. What will be of interest is boxing, where Nikhat Zareen will get an opportunity to redeem her Olympic failure. What is also going to be of interest for India will be, of course, boxing, will be, of course, athletics, and some of the sports where we have not done that well in the past. Judo, we've got one Tulika Man winning in the last edition, but boxing is there. I mean, some of the other sports that where India doesn't really, artistic gymnastics, India has no real representation there. No track race, no road race there because of Glasgow. But I think if we see the list of 10, this will impact India's medal count seriously, Gargi. What is your first thought?
I think so too. And just a second, there was an echo. And with the fact that, of course, there's so much attention on para sports now after that incredible 29 medal haul at the Paralympics. You want to see the para athletes doing well, and you want to see them in more competitions. But before I complete my point, a lot of comments are coming in here about Warner's undoing of his retirement. There are a lot of headlines as well. I was just checking that David Warner is set to unretire. What's going on with that? You're on mute. One headline after another. It seems like. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, David Warner never ceases to really surprise him. I mean, at the top of the order has revealed that David is willing to reverse his retirement. But let me say this: this is not final yet. Cricket Australia will obviously have to have a chat with David Warner. I'll speak to him.
Yeah.
I'll have a conversation with David and get you the exact detail. I've also not. I'll put this on record. I've also read all the media reports. I've read the reports coming out of Australia. I've read what Warner said, that he's willing to consider 112 tests, etc., that he's willing to reverse the decision, he's willing to come and play the Border Gavaskar Trophy. By the way, he was about to commentate for Fox. I spoke to David about 15 days back, before 15 days back. And I said, so let's catch up in Australia and do some stuff together. He said, bro, I'm commentating for Fox. So that was the last that I spoke to him about 15 days back. And we had a long WhatsApp exchange. And that was the thing that he told me at that point in time. So clearly this is a very recent decision where he said that, what he said, that he can reverse the decision for the sake of Australian cricket. But at that point in time, about 2 weeks back, not even 2 weeks, maybe 10 days back, what he had said to me was he's commentating for Fox. So I can give you the exact date when that conversation happened with David. And when he said this, give me 1 second. Dave Warner News. 1 second. This was end of September, about 20 odd days back. Correct. So 29, 30th September is when I had last spoken to David Warner, when he said that he's commentating for Fox. And this is a very, very new development. Coming back to our Commonwealth Games, the other sport that I missed, Gauri, where India will win a lot of medals, or should win a lot of medals, is weightlifting and powerlifting. Weightlifting, India won 10 medals in Birmingham. If you remember, Sanket Sargar started it with the silver, and then Achinta Shevli winning the gold, Mirabai Chanu winning gold, Vindhyarani Devi winning gold. A lot of our athletes won medals at the Commonwealth Games level. So weightlifting is another sport. Weightlifting, boxing, and athletics / para athletics, India will have to do a lot better, because that's how you will add to your medals tally at the Commonwealth Games. Gargi will be there. Gargi will be there tomorrow at the hockey. We will also be doing a very special interview with Sakshi Malik on her book Witness with Jonathan Selvaraj, where Sakshi talks at length about the Brijbhushan Singh Saran controversy and the impact on mental health. We will do that day after tomorrow. But tomorrow, Gargi Raut will be there covering the hockey at the Dhyan Chand National Stadium in New Delhi. And day after, Gargi, one of our favorites, Rani Rampal, retires.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to her at the HIL auction, and obviously, with all these hockey players retiring, you ask them, why are you retiring now? But the thing is, they really want to, especially Rani personally, she wants to groom the next generation really well. And she was so excited about her coaching stint uh, with the, I think, JSW's franchise. And it's inspiring what she's doing right now, because when you talk to these people, you talk to Srijesh, you talk to Rani Rampal, and all they're saying is, we want to shape the team that goes to LA28. We want to see another medal there. So that's what's in their mind. Even if they're playing an HIL in 2024, they're thinking about LA 2028. And I think that's the most positive part about this. Even Craig Fulton today, spoke about HIL and said that it really helps them to narrow down what can be the team for an LA28. They can really test their players and see what they're doing. So, Craig Fulton will also have his eye on HIL and how the players are performing. And I like this approach of Rani Rampal, Srijesh, everyone in hockey, about how they're already targeting the Olympics.
So on that note, we'll close the show, but plenty to look forward to. Tomorrow we've got hockey. We will keep a focus on the Commonwealth Games. We will keep a focus, of course, on the big build-up from Pune, the second test match. We will have East Bengal's match. So we will come back live at 9:30 with football. After the East Bengal game, analyzing, is Oscar Brusso going to make a difference to East Bengal, because it's a do or die match. Apurva Broto Roy, pro Mohun Bagan and Mohun Bagan sponsored channel. Bhai, আমাদের থেকে বেশি ইস্ট বেঙ্গল কন্টেন্ট আর কেউ করেছে বলে মনে হয় না, and pro Mohun Bagan, pro etc. নয়, pro India channel. That's why we said what we said about ACL, and that's how it will be. Apurva Broto Roy, whether you like it or not, it will forever be a pro India channel. And sponsored, no one sponsors. Nobody dare will even come and say they've given us 1 rupee. So I'm telling you, whether it is Mohun Bagan, whether it is Mohammedan, whether it is East Bengal, no one dare, because this will be a channel that we will speak what we want to speak. Nobody dare will ever come and say we've given you 1 rupee to do this news or whatever it is. So I hope you've got your answer. On that note, thanks for watching. 48 minutes, time flies. Gargi Raut will be covering on ground. Shubhayan Chakraborty, Atre Mukhopadhyay on ground. Our para football on in Siliguri. I love those visuals which Rohan Chaudhary was bringing us of those young women making a mark. Think of Mariam Khatun, played the para football, now has a professional contract, and she emerged out of the para football. This is what sport should be all about, as far as I'm concerned. Real legacy, making careers, trying to make a difference. Thank you very much for watching.